if he is transparent, then the mountains actually go right through him. He does not opaque out reality with his spirit. Therefore, these lines of the mountain descend into his open chest. But before the mountains came into his chest, his expression of energy went out into the sky, which established where that mountain range would grow from. So as I was saying, before I suggested that the mountains come into his chest, walk their way into his open heart chest. And actually I had that vision by meditating. I completely quieted down and merged in with the light body of the Great Spirit in the saddle between those two high mountains. And lo and behold, I just felt the mountains coming right through my chest. So before the mountains did that, I had been working on the expression of his energy out. And out through seemingly feather-like plumes from his mind. And then decided that rather than paint the white over the sky, because again, we're not talking about matter, we're talking about light, we needed to have the light projecting itself into the matter of the clouds in the sky, and thus the clouds and the sky eventually will be influenced by the thrust that's emanating from his mind. So it will be like wind in the sky, the thrust of his mind, and the clouds will eventually be responding to the sun of his being, the bright light sun of his being on the edges of the clouds, but also the placement of the clouds in the sky due to the wind energy of his mind. Because in my original vision, which occurred at this land here in the teepee in the middle of the bowl-like meadow, this vision came to me after I'd been in Sweden and my family had had a session with a medium during which my father, who had died a couple years before, came through with the most adorable message for us. I had just bought a used Jeep, and my sister had remodeled her kitchen with some of the money that he had left us. And the medium, of course, knowing nothing about this at all, when my dad came through, he said, "Girls, I'm so proud of you for using your money so wisely on new kitchens and new cars." So that in itself was a magnificent gift, to know that my dad's spirit still lived. But the medium had a special message for me, and he told me that I was associated or part of or connected to a Mayan white feather cult, and that when I got back I was supposed to paint my visions, and when I did that and when I would sign them with a white feather, that would be the beginning of being more well received, shall we say, or being able to express and share more globally, regionally, even beyond locally, nationally, internationally. So anyway, I'm now veering towards 60, one more 6 months, and it's time to paint the vision that I had when I got home. So I was in the teepee, cooling out from this and another trip to Mexico, when the vision hit, and it was the Great Spirit high up in the saddle of these high, beautiful mountains, and his arms were outstretched, and feathered plumes from his coat and his headdress and from his heart, the ley lines were emanating out, creating the world. And the world, high mountains first, and cliffs and valleys and streams, and deep, rich color. It was very realistic at this point. And down through the foothills and out into the prairies and out into the plains. But his light body was the source.